there a B in here? So this is my TBR. Wow, can you see anything in this video? It's just sun, sun, sun. Probably still read that film though. I'm being an old school YouTuber holding everything right up to the camera. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my March TBR. This month I'm aiming to read 4 books, potentially a 5th, but we'll see how we go. The first book I'm hoping to get to in March is Meg Cabot's Remembrance. I'm particularly excited for this book because it follows on from where the final book in the first part of the series, which I think was 6 books long. It follows on from where that series ends. If you haven't read The Mediator by Meg Cabot and you plan to, maybe skip this bit. It follows on from where that series ended, and Suze is now an adult and Jessie is alive, and there are still some ghosts that need her help because she's obviously still a mediator. And oh, okay, I'm still getting used to these book videos. I forget that I need to give you a little bit of a background about these stories. But basically, Suze is a mediator, which means that she's able to speak to spirits. Generally, what she does is helps spirits who are stuck in this life get to the next life. And it's never plain and simple. There's always something that she has to deal with. A lot of the time, these ghosts want to kill her, and it's just a bit of a drama. But you know, she makes it through, she's still alive, hence this book. And according to the blurb, Paul Slater appears in this book again, and he was in the latter half of the first part of the series. Paul is a mediator as well, and I'm really excited to read what Suze is like as an adult. When Meg Cabot came out with this book a few years ago, I was so surprised because I thought she was done with the series. And she even wrote a novella after this one, which I'm hoping to read after I read this one, obviously. Yeah, I'm very, very excited for this one. When I was a child, she was one of my favourite authors, and I think she still is now. This will only be the second adult book of hers that I've read. I think this would be categorized as an adult book because the characters are adults now, but it follows on from a series that was definitely a YA series. When did it come out? She published this 2 years ago now, and I'm very excited to finally be getting around to reading it. So the next book I'm hoping to get to in March is Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, and this is by Jessie Andrews. I actually bought this book because I wanted to see the film, and I still haven't managed to see the film. I bought this when I was in Seattle at least 2 years ago. I think it's more like 2.5, maybe coming up for 3 years since I was in Seattle. It's a really sunny day today, so you can't see the cover properly, but there you go. I actually got this in a store called Half Price Books in downtown Seattle. I don't know where the bookstore was. First of all, I really love the colour. I know very little about this book. All I really know about this book is that it's about a boy whose mum forces him to be friends with a girl who's dying from cancer, and I guess what follows that. On the back it says, "This is the funniest book you'll ever read about death." I'm looking forward to finally getting this one read as well. It's been a long time coming. I'm making a real effort to read more of my own books this year, so that's the second one. All of the books on my March TBR are actually books from my shelves. So this is actually me working on one of my reading goals for the year. The next book that I'm hoping to read this month is Perfect Match by Jodi Picoult. I'm being an old school YouTuber holding everything right up to the camera. This is going to be the first book by Jodi Picoult that I've read. I've heard a lot about her books, but I've not actually read one yet. Another one of hers that I want to get to is The Pact, and I think I'm going to try and read that one next month. This book is about a couple who find out that their son has been sexually abused, and the mum is actually an ADA, an assistant district attorney. She prosecutes crimes like this on the daily, but now she has to deal with it on a more personal level because it's her own son who's the victim. I think this one's definitely going to pull at my heartstrings a little bit, but I'm excited to finally read something by Jodi Picoult. And if you didn't know, she's actually the author of My Sister's Keeper. I've seen the film adaptation, but I haven't read the book yet. When I actually saw the film, it was before I realised that I'm the kind of person who likes to watch the movie after reading the book. I'll probably still read My Sister's Keeper one day, but I don't know if I'll read it anytime soon. Ooh, this one still has the price tag on it. The final book that I'm hoping to read in March is When It Happens to You by Molly Ringwald. I actually don't know a damn thing about this book. I picked it up because it's by Molly Ringwald, and for those of you who don't know, Molly Ringwald was a big star in the 80s. She was in a lot of classic films from that time, namely The Breakfast Club, and she was also in Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles. I literally bought this book because she wrote it. I didn't look at any reviews. I know nothing about it. Apparently I got it for $4.99 at Half Price Books. I bought this at the same time as Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, so I've had this on my shelf for at least 2 years. There's several stories happening that overlap. According to the blurb, a mother grapples with age, infertility, and an increasingly distant husband as everything she thought she knew is turned upside down. An elderly woman mourns the loss of her husband, finding an odd friendship with a young girl who cannot possibly understand her loss. A single mother finds the strength to protect her flamboyant 6-year-old son as he finds his own way in life. These stories follow the hazardous terrain of everyday life, revealing the deceptions, heartbreak and vulnerability familiar to us all. So this is actually Molly Ringwald's first novel. I don't know if she's gone on to write anything else, but I'm definitely excited to delve into this one. There's a picture of her on the back. That's what she looks like. I'm excited to get to all of these books this month. This came out 6 years ago already. Wow. So these are the books on my TBR for March. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to click like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you plan on reading these books, or if you've already read these books, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If this is your first time watching my channel and you want to see a bit more from me, go ahead and click one of the buttons on the screen. There should also be a subscription button around there, so click that. Yeah, so I post all sorts of content to this channel. I have makeup videos, I have hauls, I have reviews, I have reading wrap-ups. If any of those sound interesting to you, go ahead and check those out. Yeah, don't really have much else to say. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. That was a really quick one, huh? She prosecute. My goodness.